It's the most wonderful time of the year. Actually, for house cleaners, it's not. It's one of the toughest times of the year, and I'm going to explain to you why. Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, today's show is brought to us by SavvyPerks.com. This is a perks program that as a small business owner, even if you're only one person, you can participate. And if you do nothing else but just hook up your cell phone service to Savvy Perks, you're going to save $20 or $30 a month on your regular cell phone bill. Now, the membership costs about the price of a sandwich per month, and there are over 250,000 discounts that you can have within the Savvy Perks program. So it saves you a lot of money as a small business owner. So this holiday season, when money is tight and you're trying to save money, go to SavvyPerks.com. All right, on to today's show, which is the holidays for house cleaners. Now, there are some myths in the holiday business that this is a time for hot cocoa and Christmas carols and dancing and singing and joyful moments with families. And yes, this is the most wonderful time of the year, except it's not for a lot of house cleaners. Here's how it works. In the house cleaning business, you either have so much business that you're just overwhelmed and you're stressed, and there's no way to squeeze in all the clients that are calling you for last-minute bookings. The other side of that is that all of your clients canceled on you because they're going out of town or they're putting up holiday ornaments and the house is already a wreck and they don't need you to come. So you either have too much business or you don't have any at all, okay? So it's a very tough time of the year to try to budget your finances if you're going into this cold, right? You go into the holiday season without a plan, you're up a creek without a paddle. I mean, this is a hard time. All right, another thing that we have to think about is there is a lot of stuff that happens when we are in other people's homes. You see families getting together and families coming in from out of town, and there are family pictures and there are family meals and there are happy holidays and parties. And as a house cleaner, you're cleaning up all of that. You're not invited to the parties. You don't get to be in the family pictures. These are not your families. And so you don't get to be joyous with these people. You're just the hired help and then you go home. And for a lot of house cleaners, either their families have passed away or they're estranged from their families or their families fight like cats and dogs. And this is not a joyful time of the year at all. Now, it's my least favorite time of the year. And not for those reasons, but for the reasons that when I'm out and you have to budget your shopping for cleaning supplies in advance. Because if you think that you're going to dart into a store during the month of December to pick up a few extra cleaning supplies, you are sadly mistaken, because the parking lots can take an hour to navigate through. There are lots of people. And I don't know if, if this happens to you, but this happens to me. I don't know why every year. I go to a store like Walmart, for example, and I'm not knocking Walmart, it could be any store, but you go into the store and you're in line, right? There's this huge line with people with their shopping carts. You're in line and you're going to buy some cleaning supplies or something. And there's somebody that's clearly not in line at all. And they come and they cut right in front of you and they turn around and verbally, really loudly, they're like, "Oh, you're just going to cut me off like that, huh?" And you're like, "No, you clearly weren't in line. But you know, if this purchase is so important to you, I'm not going to pick a fight in public. Please step in front of me." And you let the people go in front of you just because they were ill and they caused a scene, right? It's the same in the parking lot. You're clearly in line for a parking space. Someone will come flying in out of the middle of nowhere and they just start beeping on their horn like, "Ah!" And you're like, you know what? It's not that big of a deal. Please have the parking space. So I hate this time of the year just because it's so chaotic. And the holidays bring out the very worst in people when it comes to traffic on the roads and people in the shopping stores and people in the parking lots. And then when you get up to the store, like you're going to walk in there, the people ringing the little bells, and it's just, it hits you from every angle. It's just all of this distraction and noise and chaos. And it's like, oh, I wish I could do more. I wish I could give more. I wish I could duplicate myself and clone myself so many more ways so that I could be in so many more places than this. But it's a tough time of the year. It's really tough. And then we belong to Facebook groups, which are supportive groups for house cleaners. And then people will jump in the Facebook group and go, "Oh, look at me, I got a $500 tip from one of my clients." And then all the other house cleaners that got a $10 or a $15 tip, they're like, "Oh, what did I do wrong? I only got a $15 tip." And then they feel really bad and really lousy. And then they start, I'm the admin, So they start blasting me like, how do you let this person be in the group and say all these things that they're so braggadocious? I'm like, hey, if somebody got a $500 tip, that's spectacular, right? That's great news. We should be glad for them. We shouldn't feel jealous and be angry. And I don't want to get spammed because somebody got a Christmas tip. I mean, that's not fair, you know? So it's a really tough time of the year for house cleaners. Then not only that, a lot of house cleaners, because of the jobs they have lined up during the month of December, which is a super busy time, they don't get to go home to spend time with their families if they do have families. And so they work around the holidays and they work around the clock all the way until I've actually done jobs on Christmas Day. I mean, that's how busy our schedules have been. And so there are a lot of house cleaners that to put food on the table and to support the family, they take the jobs, even though it's a holiday and even though they wish they were with their family. So we've all been there. There are times like that. So as we move into this time of the year, I'm going to ask that all of you, whether you're house cleaners or whether you're homeowners, that you be a little bit patient during this time of year, that you are kinder to each other than you normally are, and that you are more understanding. And just say to yourself every day, this too shall pass. This too shall pass. When you're dusting a customer's house and you knock off their ornaments and they shatter and they break, or you bump the Christmas tree and the ornaments fall and break, and you're like, why don't you have the non-breakables already? They've been around for 20 years, right? So there are things that happen, and it's sad that it happens. It's just a tough time of the year. I want you to understand that I feel your pain. I really do. Anyway, so as we plow through the holiday season, let's do it with the kindest of intentions. And let's be patient with each other. And with that, I want you to be aware that this is a business that we chose. We chose to be in this profession. So don't wear it on your shirt sleeve. Don't take it personally. None of this, what's happening right now, is about you. So just get through the holidays, and then there's a brighter sunshine on the other side of the new year. All right, if you found this helpful, please pass it on to a friend. And until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.